Meghan Markle and her spare, Prince Harry, are embroiled in a furious all-out war with the Kardashians amid the astonishing row they're calling Photogate. Hollywood is transfixed after pictures of the Sussexes were mysteriously removed from the glittering collection of photographs taken at Kris Jenner's star-studded 70th birthday party. Now the burning question is, why? There is fevered speculation that the highly influential Kardashian clan decided that they did not want to be associated with Harry and Meghan's increasing toxicity. But as the showbiz gossip mill went into overdrive, Meg's favourite mouthpiece, People magazine, reported that, in fact, it was the difficult Duchess who demanded to be cut out of the picture. She was said to be annoyed that organisers ignored her when she ticked the no box on the photo consent form. Either way, the excruciatingly awkward standoff has dealt a crushing blow to Meghan's desperate desire to be a fully signed-up member of California's A-list celebrity elite. The glamorous bash, attended by the likes of Serena Williams, Beyoncé, Paris Hilton and Justin Bieber, was hosted by Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos and his wife Lauren Sanchez. But now the happy James Bond-themed event has triggered a bitter bust-up that has left the Kardashians bemused and angry, made Jeff and Lauren very upset, and consigned the Duchess of Sussex and her hapless husband to the frozen wasteland of Tinseltown, Siberia. Kris Jenner, Kim Kardashian and the entire first family of reality television have let it be known that their royal guests, and I quote, won't be easily forgiven. The extraordinary dispute came to light after Harry and Meghan were snapped arriving at the Bezos' $164 million Beverly Hills mansion and then enjoying the fun in the ballroom. Harry, in his 007 black tuxedo, at one point caught on camera dancing up to birthday girl Kris, and Meghan all smiles as she posed with TV queen Kim. But suddenly, all images of the Sussexes were scrubbed from Kris and Kim's Instagram social media roundup. And now the debate centres on this. Did the Sussex duo not want to be seen with reality trash? Or did the Kardashians not want to be seen with royal brat Harry and poisonous publicity magnet Meghan, who has fallen out of favour following a series of allegations of bullying her staff, disclosed in excoriating articles in respected publications, The Hollywood Reporter and Vanity Fair? You decide. Whatever the truth, Meghan is seriously in all-powerful Kris and Kim's bad books. And in Hollywood, that's the biggest no-no in town. As one insider told American OK editor Rob Shooter, you simply cannot ghost the Kardashians. Another well-connected source added, Kim doesn't do take-backs. If you show up to a Kardashian production, you're part of the machine. Meghan has made another Hollywood enemy. And unlike royals, Kardashians don't forgive easily. Roger that with Kim's crew, but I'm not sure the royals have forgiven her ladyship either. They're not about to forget Ms Markle branding them racists or her ongoing feud with Princess of Wales Kate, which continues to enrage Prince William. But back to Meghan's major mistake, and it wasn't only the Kardashians she managed to get on the wrong side of. The subtext to her joining the Kris Jenner party was to suck up to sometime world's richest man, Jeff Bezos, whose production company is making the movie Close Personal Friends, in which former Suits star Meg has staged a kind of return to acting by playing herself. So, as well as falling out with one of the most important families in Hollywood, she's also screwed things up with one of the most important money men in Hollywood. Congratulations, Meg. Nice work. Sometimes you wonder if this calamitous woman ever does anything right. Meanwhile, over on the Christmas special of Netflix's dreadful cooking dirge with Love Meghan, the self-styled domestic goddess is busy dishing out essential tips on how to spread cream cheese onto bagels. And then, inevitably, how to sprinkle dried flowers all over them. Great. Let's talk more about this mind-numbing nonsense. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a better idea. Let's not. Samara, what has she gone and done now? I mean, she really has fallen out with the most important family in Hollywood and along the way upset the most important money man in Hollywood, Jeff Bezos. I mean, as I said in my monologue, she just can't do anything right, can she? What is wrong with her?
You're completely right. They tried to get ahead of the media and sort of put out a statement that they kind of didn't want to be seen in public, but that's just not true because we've seen the paparazzi photos of them gleaming with joy as they step foot into that Kris Jenner 70th birthday bash. So they were very happy to be paparazzi. Then what's the issue if the photos internally need to be scrubbed? It makes no sense. The only thing that does make sense is that Meghan appeared on none of the Kardashian social media channels, none of their pages. It is clearly a concerted effort to not have the toxic brand of Meghan dilute or sort of or basically tarnish Kris Jenner's 70th birthday because the headlines inevitably always become about Meghan. And Kris was just trying to enjoy her 70th while Meghan's there trying to get a photo op. I mean, I think that's what happened.
OK, what about you, Mark? Because there is this other side of the debate, which
please,
is...
Kevin, don't do balance. That's not you.
No, which is... the other side of the debate is this, that Meghan, while she wanted to suck up to Jeff Bezos by going to this event at his $164 million Beverly Hills mansion, but she did not want to subsequently be associated with TV trash, the Kardashians. Yeah. That's the other side of the argument. Which side of the fence are you falling on?
Well, the side of the fence I'm on is that this is another hot mess, is a public relations dumpster fire and proof that everything Harry and Meghan touch turns to mud. I mean, this is basically a disaster. You mentioned, by the way, his place is worth $164 million. Not anymore, because Harry and Meghan have polluted that place.
It's worth 10 quid now.
Yeah, exactly. They've brought down the house prices. And what they've done is, you asked me about the fence. Well, what they've done is they've annoyed everybody. So they've annoyed Jeff Bezos because this should have been a happy occasion. He's opened his house to the Kardashians. Great headlines. Doesn't Lauren look great, even though that's not the same human being that Lauren Sanchez was 10 years ago.
So true.
But that's fine. And then, of course, they've annoyed the Kardashians. And it's a big problem, Kevin, because she's got Hollywood ambitions. She's going back into the movies. And the Kardashians have got a finger in every pie. They're very rich. They're billionaires. They've got influence in the world of showbiz and commerce. And she has messed with the wrong people.
Yeah, well, he's the money man backing her movie, Close Personal Friends.
Amazon Studios.
So that's why she went, I think, to suck up to him, to see if she should make more movies. We discussed... with Kinsey Schofield last week, that Meghan has said, I've been since I quit acting 8 years ago, since I left Suits, I've been inundated with offers. And then she finally pitches up on this low rent, no star production called Close Personal Friends, in which she's required to play herself.
Which is a role that even she'll struggle with.
Well, yeah, I know. As I said, when she was on Suits, she was outperformed by the furniture. So, listen, I spoke earlier this week to Meghan. No, I didn't speak to Meghan.
That's an exclusive.
That day will come. I spoke to Kinsey Schofield about the latest latest occurrences on Planet Meghan. Here she goes.
She doesn't see the difference. The Kardashians are where they are because Kim Kardashian made a sex tape with Ray J, and Kim Kardashian, releasing her underwear with details on the front of them in the last few weeks.
Oh my God.
And these are the people that she is chasing after in the United States, and she left this historic, powerful, relevant, culturally relevant institution that's built on doing things for other people. Yeah. Meghan would rather associate with the people that are so vapid, shallow, and only out to benefit themselves.
Great words from Kinsey, as always. But actually, the gruesome twosome were already at the centre of a massive row, even before the Kardashian fallout. And that was because of this, that Harry... in his 007 outfit, his black tuxedo, did turn up wearing a poppy. But Meghan didn't. So people are saying, Where's your poppy? And she said, well, they're not widely available in America. Well, your husband had one, so why couldn't you get one? Apparently, you can get a boatload for $8.
Well, that's right. And also, she's best mates with Jeff Bezos. I mean, this is a guy that created Amazon. I would have thought, given their budget, they're on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime is incredible, right? You just have to think of a fishing rod or something, and there it arrives in your house an hour later.
Well, that's right. Yeah, $8, you could get same-day delivery.
Probably, first of all, she doesn't care, but second of all, I think a poppy for her probably represents colonialism or something. I mean, honestly, that woman, she has a proper hatred
Well,
for
here's
Britain.
the other problem, though, Kev, which is, can she show her face at Invictus next year, given the fact that she's basically snubbed the veterans?
I'll tell you what, mate, it depends if there's anything in it for her. You know, has she got a production coming out? Has she got anything to sell?
Yeah.
That tends to be the reason.
Do those veterans want to see her ever again, given the fact that they spent the weekend living it up at this party, not wearing the poppy, insulting the memory of our war dead, whilst William, Catherine, Charles and Camilla laid wreaths at the cenotaph? It's not a good look, is it?
That's exactly right. That's exactly, because there was many questions being asked, although Harry did deign to wear his poppy. This was while his family were back in Britain, you know, honouring the dead, honouring the fallen, remembering those who sacrificed their lives for the country. And he's at a 007 party with Kim Kardashian. So a lot of people are saying that doesn't seem particularly appropriate. But I also spoke to Kinsey about this, and she had some words to say about Poppygate.
I had to order an emergency poppy as a gift because I stole one of my friends. $8.99 on Amazon. I had it overnight. Meghan, you're lying. You are lying. You are lying. You are lying.
She just didn't do it, did she? She just forgot.
No, she didn't. She doesn't. She didn't just forget. She doesn't care, Kevin. She doesn't care about your traditions. She doesn't care about your history. She doesn't care about your country. She's bored by it. She doesn't like to follow the rules. She doesn't care. She continuously disrespects the institution and the country that she married into.
Do you know what I can't stand about Kinsey Schofield? She just sits on the fence.
I know, exactly.
Yeah, she really does.
What do you really think?
She's always right.
Say what you think, but she's got a point, I think.
Always.
She hates Britain, doesn't she?
You know, a poppy is a sign of respect. I think the American audience probably doesn't quite understand it because they don't have it over there. But that is the utmost sign of disrespect that Meghan didn't wear it. And it's actually almost worse that Harry was wearing one and she wasn't, because it almost shows that it was a conscious decision. I mean, as a man and wife, when you're leaving the house.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, he would say, oh, well, I put my poppy on. He would make an effort to put it on. And then Meghan's probably gone and said, oh, yeah, never mind about that. It'll destroy my photo op at Kris Jenner's 70th birthday. It's like, this is how she thinks.
It is. Well, they are the Duke and Duchess of double standards. And I think, by the way, this will once again be another wedge in the marriage, because I think that those two are on borrowed time.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't think Harry will have been happy that she didn't wear a poppy.
Agreed.
And it's quite clear that she deliberately snubbed the veterans, because also, I mean, I think she's a borderline narcissist. And I think she
Borderline.
and the rest.
She's there.
and the bottom, I'd forgotten we're on YouTube, so we don't have to worry about balance. But look, the truth is...
I never do anyway.
And we're on talk as well. But look, the issue is that, no, this is not a good look at all. It's a total insult. I do think there'll be problems with Invictus. And I think, by the way, that Harry's lucky that they weren't photographed inside the party, because the world would have seen just how miserable he is, because this is not his environment, it's not his habitat, hanging out with Jeff Bezos.
I think you're right, Mark. I think for the past couple of weeks she's been parading him around.
Oh, my goodness.
And he's been scowling like he wishes he was anywhere else. Being dragooned into turning up to these Hollywood bashes, these showbiz bashes, I think is not his thing.
It's not his scene. And
did you?
I'm sure you covered it on the show. That footage of him watching the Dodgers versus the Blue Jays.
Yeah, well, that's what he didn't look happy
in his home cinema. The body language, Samara, was a horror show.
Yeah.
Well, it actually looked like a hostage video, to be honest.
Get the guy out. Send in a SWAT team.
Yeah, the black and white and him just staring there miserable.
Yeah, the black and white one on Instagram.
That was hostage video.
Well, I tell you, we're sort of slagging off Meghan. I think too much, you know. Poor girl.
Really sweet.
Because she actually has got quite an array of talents, and she's one hell of a cook. As I said in my monologue, you know, one of the problems I have when I'm in the kitchen and I've got some bagels, I'm thinking, how can I spread cream cheese on them. And here's the handy hints that she gave us. This is how to spread cream cheese onto bagels, thanks to Meghan on With Love Meghan. And also the brilliant thing, you can put some strawberries on, and then now this is the cherry on the icing. It really is. You can put dried flowers on bagels. Now a lot of people are saying, well, hang on a second. You should toast bagels, shouldn't you? So she didn't even do that. I mean, this is supposed to be a handy hint.
Yeah, this isn't exactly le cordon bleu. I mean, genuinely, she's mediocre at best, and I just think that she shouldn't continue to get rewarded for this.
Well, funny enough, there's a pattern, which is that she's none of the things that she ever claims to be. So she's not an actress. Like you said, she's more wooden than New Forest. Similarly, she's not a chef, right? Gordon Ramsay, she ain't. She's not a TV presenter. She wasn't a princess. I'm not sure what she's for, but so far she's not found
much of a royal wife either, is she?
This
Not really.
is what people used to say about the Kardashians, and I did just want to quickly bring up that she is rumoured to be teaming with the Kardashians' business people. And
Not anymore.
well, that's the thing. That also offers a very credible sort of reason as to why
She's like
they'd
a bull
want
in
to
the
scrub
China
her.
shop. She's a wrecking ball,
Yes, she is.
smashing up
She
all
is.
her own
Yes.
opportunities. Unbelievable. She really is useless. But we all know that what we just saw, those handy hints on how to spread cream cheese onto bagels. Don't bother toasting them. Nobody likes toasted bagels, do they? No, you never toast
love the
bagels.
No,
taste.
and also, who is Meghan kidding that she's ever seen a carb, let alone eaten one?
So true. Oh my gosh. If you look at-
have those. They're a little fattening.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's all part of the eagerly awaited Christmas special, holiday special of With Love Meghan, which after 2 series will almost certainly be the last time we have to endure the worst programme ever made. It really is rubbish. But anyway, she did come up with an excellent sort of press release to promote this show, and Kinsey talked me through it.
This December, join Meghan and Montecito for a magical holiday celebration. Together, friends and family deck the halls, create holiday feasts, craft heartfelt gifts, and share lots of laughs with simple how-tos to follow at home. It's a holiday wonder with warmth, tradition, and a generous dose of joy.
I mean, seriously.
It is it's like lobotomized Stepford wife, as I always call Meghan. It is that.
With that sort of OTT eulogy, you feel like saying to her, Meghan, it's bagels. What are you talking about?
It's a eulogy, but it's actually a eulogy for the show because it's not coming back.
And how would you imagine, Mark, that Christmas unfolds at Montecito Towers?
Well, we
I
know
bet Harry's walking on eggshells, the kid's terrified.
No, exactly. Well, Harry's miserable. Like you said, it's what he'll do is he'll be allowed to join the family from his sort of underground lair in the basement of their Montecito mansion. Normally every night she just drops a Wendy burger down the hatch that he can quietly munch on. But the truth is, I mean, I think personally that the marriage is not in great shape. I think it's loveless. And I think therefore Harry, desperate for some affection, will be following her around the house, right?
With mistletoe?
With the mistletoe. Go, come on, darling.
Get out of here!
Just one. Just for Christmas. And it ain't going to happen.
I got this idea. So they've, the Christmas dinner, Christmas lunch, they'll all be sitting around the table. There's Harry, there's Meghan, and there's the 2 kids turned round. They're looking at the back of their heads. Because I don't think those kids have got faces.
Well, no, Harry finds it very weird the way his daughter's just got a massive heart on her face. And he thinks she needs to see a doctor about that.
Well, the children are lonely. We know that for sure. They'll be surrounded by the only people at the table will be those 4. Because there are no grandparents involved.
That's right. Yeah, they both sort of
Christmas.
divorced each other's families, haven't they?
Yeah.
I said these kids that we never see their faces. Be funny that they finally get to 16, 17, 18, whenever Meghan and Harry deign to allow us to look at them, and so they suddenly be funny if their face like.
Yeah, that's it.
Really ugly people. Now we know why they turned round all the time.
Monsters from like a Marvel movie or something.
We all know Meghan's just holding out to sell those photos. All she wants, it's another business opportunity for her. It's something the public doesn't have.
Well, yeah, but, you know, let's cut to the chase. That's not their kids. They haven't got kids, have they?
No.
Well, there's a lot of
They're not
speculation about that online, about surrogates and all the rest of it. You know, the bottom line is that we can't believe a word this couple say.
Mark, you're not familiar with this show. What just happened is one of our policies.
It's the law.
A very firm what just happened policy is that Harry and Meghan don't actually have children. They've made it up. It's one of our policies.
Well, I got to say, apparently the kids are good-looking, sweet, charming, and intelligent. So they're definitely not their kids.
Very good.
It's very. By the way, also, you know, it's so odd the way that, because they are such hypocrites, that they're protecting the privacy of their kids, but putting them on the Instagram so much. And I think actually, with the kind of back to the camera, that creates more curiosity and more of an appetite to find out about these kids. Also, it's not noted very publicly, but a few months ago, Meghan doxed her own son because he was photographed. Unfortunately, poor kid, he's going to get PTSD watching the
Dox,
with lover.
tell the older listeners.
Well, dox means when you reveal someone's location on the internet. For example, I could point out to your many viewers, Kevin, that you live at 88 Acacia Avenue, NW7.
I would never live at somewhere called Acacia Avenue.
Definitely far too bourgeois for you. But
my address is 1 Pall Mall. I live with Prince Andrew.
so not only does she
Prince Andrew, what am I saying?
uses these, sort of coquettish, tantalising images of the kids and clips for clicks and for her own failed business enterprises. But not just that, but so there's a picture of Archie, little Archie, my little baby. And basically, the photograph, he's wearing a T-shirt which has details of where the kid plays football on a Saturday morning.
That's bad. That's bad. You've got to be
privacy.
careful.
We want privacy.
Yeah,
I mean,
but that's
she's the biggest-
dangerous.
That is dangerous.
She's the biggest paparazzi in those kids' lives. She's the one who broadcasts them out for the world.
Well, anyway, full disclosure, I flew to California to kidnap the kid. And unfortunately, I took one look at his face. It's like, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah. So we did a show a couple of weeks ago when they went to the pumpkin patch. We saw the back of the kids' heads. Harry carving a pumpkin, another thing he can't do well. But the chronology, as sure as night follows day, as soon as she puts a video of the back of her kids' heads on Instagram, the next day she'll crop up to sell you something.
Of course she will.
Every single time. It is time now for a bad ad.
Creating time-saving cookbooks is my life, and taste-testing recipes is part of the job. So keeping my weight down is a struggle. That's why I created Dump Diet. All new delicious low-calorie dump recipes. I've dropped 25 pounds, and now you can too. It's so easy. Just dump, bake, and lose weight. Try my chocolate raspberry trifle with angel food cake, chocolate pudding, fresh raspberries, and whipped topping. A sinful dessert, only 140 calories.
Now I can eat the foods that I love and still lose weight. Kathy's guilt-free pina colada cake is so easy to make, and it's my favorite.
Does that woman really know about the connotations surrounding the word dump? And secondly, she's not much of an advert for a diet, is she? Let's go to some real ads. Yes, it's the big moment where we decide what we think is the biggest story of the week, and there's no other contenders this week. This really is a massive international story, a transatlantic story. Well, let's let Donald Trump explain what this is all about. It's about his massive argument with our British state broadcaster, the BBC. Watch this.
They defrauded the public, and they've admitted it, and their top echelon.
Director General and the CEO
This
both
is
resigned.
within one of our great allies. This is supposedly our great ally, BBC. The government has a chunk of that one, I guess, but that's a pretty sad event. They actually changed my January 6th speech, which was a beautiful speech, which was a very calming speech, and they made it sound radical. And they actually changed it. What they did was rather incredible. They're showing me the results later on, the results of what they did, how they butchered it up. But it was very dishonest.
It's really, really serious. So the boss of the BBC, a guy called Tim Davie, absolutely useless, he's had to resign, and so has the head of news. And the fallout continues apace because the president, Donald Trump, very angry, is threatening to sue our state broadcaster that we all have to pay for for $1 billion. And frankly, Mark, I hope he gets it.
Well, listen, I agree, because what it would do is bankrupt the BBC overnight, which would certainly wipe the smile off a few faces.
You see, this is where you're wrong.
Go on.
The BBC is the richest broadcaster in the whole world. Every year, we, the hapless, poor saps, who have to pay, by law, we have to give it 180 quid, $240 or so every year. So once a year, the BBC gets 3.8 billion pounds, so $5 billion or so from us. So it won't bankrupt it, but it will certainly burn a hole in its pocket.
What it means is all those executives won't be on six-figure salaries, as well as the supposed stars that we have to watch that we pay for the privilege for. And you're so right. See, viewers in America and North America, across the world, outside of the UK, won't know that we've got this thing called the licence fee, which is an awful lot of money every year, almost £180. And we are basically paying to be lied to.
Try to explain it to the Americans.
And we are paying for propaganda. And what's also amazing is our national state broadcaster, you would have thought they've got our back in relation to our number one ally. Instead, they've created a diplomatic incident.
Yeah. Well, you're right.
Yeah, well, but I was going to say, Samara, as Mark says, a lot of people have said to me, oh, you're so unpatriotic, wanting the president to succeed in his legal bid to humiliate our state broadcaster. No. I desperately want Donald Trump to win this because he deserves it and because our state broadcaster, the bloody BBC, has behaved in a deplorable manner, right?
You're right, and this is sort of the focal point of what's been actually going on. I mean, they presided over such a culture where they felt that it was fine to cut together a video. Someone within the BBC thought it was totally fine to cut together a video to make Donald Trump look like an insurrectionist. And I think that I've almost been praying, to be honest, for this sort of day where Trump can stick his fingers in what's going on in our country and say, no, there needs to be something put right here. And I actually thank Donald Trump because he is the one, he's the only one actually, who's been able to remove someone like Tim Davey from the head of that organisation and Deborah Turness. And maybe, just maybe, there'll actually be a turning point where we say, no more of this. The fish rots from the head down, and the BBC will actually go back to how it once was, which, to be honest, was a great institution.
Used to be a beacon of impartiality, of brilliant reporting. It was famous for it. Now it's notorious, isn't it, Mark?
Well, yeah.
For dreadfully biased reporting.
Well, definitely. I mean, a guy that advises or was advising the BBC on standards, a very, very top journalist and an experienced man in the world of broadcasting, Michael Prescott. This guy had a leaked memo that was shared by the Telegraph newspaper, in which it turns out that the BBC has been rewriting British history through a woke lens, and that 30 professors, including from Oxford and Cambridge University, warned the corporation that this was fake news. This was a dishonest account of our history, highly politicised, leveraged towards issues like slavery, so-called white privilege. And those concerns were ignored. A pro-trans narrative, which is fine, you can hear from both sides, but gender-critical feminists...
I hate hearing from both sides.
Well, the thing is, gender-critical feminists, right? That's not gender-critical, it's gender-factual. There are just two sexes. Were silenced by the corporation. And then, of course, a pro-Hamas agenda in relation to the war in Gaza. So you've got all of that. It's a long history of it. The Americans have had this issue too. I don't know if you were aware, just before the election, that clip on 60 Minutes of Kamala Harris.
Yes.
And they changed her answer.
They let her redo the question because she, the first time she came across basically drunk. She couldn't answer a simple question about the Middle East. And then they said, oh, do you want to do that again in the original? And then they
that's right.
For the viewers around the world, particularly in America, Donald Trump is well aware of it. So is his press secretary, Caroline Levitt. The BBC is just institutionally left-wing and it hates Donald Trump. It hates Donald Trump. It hates Israel as well. Very pro-Palestine, anti-Israel. As Mark said, very pro-trans, the trans lobby.
Well, the producers at the BBC, they are not journalists, they are activists.
Yeah, the once respected BBC News department has turned into a propagandist department. But they do have a new Director General, and here he is.
Donald Trump has been Director General of the BBC now for a little over 2 weeks. Already some big changes are underway at the Beeb.
We're making big changes, tremendous changes. We're building something beautiful. The BBC Ballroom, gold floors, chandeliers, real class.
Looks like an improvement to me. Let's move on to the small moment, and we've got a humdinger for you this week. It's Apple. You know, the iPhone. I've never had one myself.
Grassroots company.
I can't be bothered with all that. But they've got an iPhone Pocket. It's like a papoose, a shoulder strap or something for your phone. Have a look at this.
Apple unveils a new accessory for the iPhone, and the design is receiving mixed reviews. It's called the iPhone Pocket. It's a 3D knit phone case. The company partnered with Japanese fashion house designer Issey Miyake. The late fashion designer famously designed Steve Jobs' iconic black turtlenecks. The iPhone Pocket comes in 2 sizes. The short case is $150. The long one is $230.
Looks like a sock, $230. I've got a better idea, Samara. What about the Pocket? Just try that. Yeah?
It'll never catch on.
Just a thought. Just a thought.
No, I like it. I think this will be much
Yeah,
harder
good
for my
on you.
Well, it'll be harder for my phone to get nicked in London if I've got.
No, it won't, because it's out there, ready to be stolen.
It's around my body. I mean, we know that Steve Jobs loved Issey Miyake, so this is some sort of homage to him. We also know that profits have been dropping for Apple just slightly.
Not surprising.
So I think this is also just a cash grab. But I like it. I don't know.
Do you really like it?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
It's going to double
I like
up
it.
as a Christmas stocking, isn't
Well,
it?
yeah, anything I can buy, I like. So.
Well, anything at all that you can buy.
It's so
That's good
expensive.
enough for you.
Yes,
As long as there's a price on it, Samara likes
Pretty
it.
much. I'm a consumer, massively.
The thing's so expensive, right? When you get mugged now, they're going to throw away the phone and just take the sock, right? It's got more value, and it won't stop.
Exactly.
It won't stop working in a year's time because the
I mean,
battery's ruined.
To be serious for a second, I mean, that is an invitation to steal, isn't it?
It is a little bit. It's an advert that you're wearing your iPhone. It's a kind of target on your back.
These Apple people, they haven't been to London, have they? Do you know, folks, again, for the viewers around the world, particularly in America, do you know that in London, a mobile phone, as we call them, cell phone, as you call them, gets stolen every 6 seconds? There are these huge gangs on these motorbikes going around just stealing them from people's hands time and time again, right?
Well, yeah.
There's a specific insurance, actually, that only Apple does for kind of Britain, London, which is about getting your phone stolen.
Yeah.
So it's specific to that. That just shows how much of a problem we have with the 80,000 phones being snatched.
So all of you who live in America, particularly, those allegedly sort of dangerous, violent cities in New York, Chicago, LA, and all that. If you want to experience something that's even worse, come to London, where, goodness knows anything goes. Mostly, if you can get through 30 minutes without being stabbed, you're on to a winner, winning at that point. This place is turning into a nightmare. And on that bombshell, let's go to a nightmarish bad ad.
Nothing makes you feel more invigorated and refreshed than a steaming sauna, relieving your body of excess stored water which may contain toxins. But who has the time to spend in a spa? Plus, the sauna experience can be expensive. Not anymore! Introducing the revolutionary Sauna Pants, the at-home sauna experience that you can enjoy when you want to and where you want to, right in the comfort of your own home. All you do is wrap, adjust heat level, and relax as the sauna pants deliver a deep, soothing heat, relieving your body of excess water. You instantly feel invigorated with tired muscles soothed by a penetrating, deep, warm heat. The sauna pants work just like a sauna, creating a moist heat, sweating out unwanted excess water around your midsection and thighs, right where you need it the most. Now you can feel and look your best with the amazing sauna pants.
So when you say that you love anything that you pay money for, $65 for those, will you get a pair? Or have you already got a pair?
Yeah, why not? I mean, it's quite convenient.
She's got them on now. She's wearing her sauna pants.
Kevin, you had me at penetrating.
I think we'd better go to a real break.
What do you think?
I should stress it first for the viewers around the world. We have a town called Bath, or Bath, as you'd call it in the States. God knows why. It's a ridiculous name for a town. Anyway, Bath Council is charging dog walkers £450 to use their public park. And the reason for that is about $600. They're a green council. And it's just typical. Our town halls, the city halls around the country, have become voracious money collectors, haven't they, Mark?
Oh, they really have. And I mean, listen, I'm no Simon Sharma, but I think the reason why Bath is called Bath is because of the Roman baths in the city, which is why a lot of people visit. But do you want to go to a place...
Still a stupid name for a city.
It's a bit ridiculous. I mean, I think...
Is Bath a city or a town?
I think Shower would have been
City,
better,
I
maybe.
think.
No, it must be a city because it's got a university.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
That's
Famous
exactly...
one.
Actually, do you know its full name is Bath Spa?
Is it really Bath Spa?
Yeah.
So we got this.
Who knew?
My favourite place name is this. So in London, we have this huge power station, which used to be an old school fossil fuel power station called Battersea Power Station. They've now converted it into all these flashy apartments and stores and shopping malls and restaurants. And there's a station there, especially for the people who go there, the people who live there. And I'm not kidding you, it's called Battersea Power Station Station.
I love Britain. I love Britain.
Are you sure the guy that named it didn't have a bad stutter?
But I mean, that's so brilliant.
Two versions of
but
station.
I mean, so Bath is a city, but it's still a stupid name for a city.
It is. I think it should update it and call it ensuite bathroom or something like that. That would be better, a bit more appropriate. Here's the thing also, though, I will say about dog walkers, I'm a bit triggered by dog walkers.
Ooh.
Okay? Don't buy a dog if you're not going to walk it yourself.
Yeah, I think this is
Lazy so-and-sos.
Bath is a liberal hellhole. Like, let's be real about it. I did spend one Christmas there, and I couldn't wait to get out.
Did you?
Yeah, it was horrific. It was just full of
People.
happy. It was full of happy people.
Oh, God, don't you hate that at Christmas?
And
happy people at Christmas. They drive me nuts.
You can see they're all really well paid in really nice clothes, and it just made me all.
Do you know,
They're
do you
really
want to know
clean because of the baths.
Do you want to know my happiest Christmas memory? Right. So it was about 7 or 8 years ago. My wife had.
Is this appropriate for a family show?
Yeah, it is actually. It is actually. So we go to a pub for a drink, a pub called the Hollybush in
Unusual.
Hampstead in North London.
Out of character.
Lovely pub. Out of character, yeah. For 10 drinks. No, we go for a drink. And it's got a restaurant there, so the whole restaurant is sold out. And this couple turn up, and I know what the guy was doing. So they turn up and he says, "Oh, yeah, table for 4. My parents will be here in a minute. Christmas lunch. Name of Jones, Dave Jones." We go, "I'm sorry, sir. We don't have a booking." "Yeah, I booked her. A month ago. Definitely booked her." I know what he's trying to do. He hasn't booked. He's trying to bluff it.
Classic.
I've done it myself. You usually get away with it, but not on Christmas Day because they buy in a specific amount of food. So he's going, no, I definitely. "Now, listen, I booked here and I want..." I said, "Sorry, sir, you're not on this list and therefore you can't come in." And so, so suddenly the wife realises that he's just trying to bluff his way through this. And she goes, "I'm furious with you." So she turns around, storms out, and he goes, wait, and chases after her. Imagine this is Christmas Day.
Wild, yeah.
And she turns around to him, and she goes like this with her hands. She goes, "Don't! I'm in despair!" And she just stormed off.
This is the most Hampstead thing I've ever heard.
Absolutely, we were just in hysterics thinking, what kind of a Christmas day are they going to have when they get back home?
Hold the mistletoe.
Yeah,
What he should have done, what I always do is a good hack is to pretend to be George Clooney's assistant when you call the restaurant or anywhere and
That's
quote their
quite
name.
good, yeah.
Every time it works.
It usually works, but it won't on Christmas Day because they get a specific amount in. So I still fantasise about what happened to that couple for the rest of the day. We better move on to the
I think she stuffed him rather than the turkey.
He certainly didn't stuff her. I'll guarantee you that.
I'm so glad you didn't go there.
Sorry,
Kevin.
family show. I do apologise. Samara next.
The NHS has spent £1.4 billion on net zero schemes that have achieved nothing. Is that good value for money?
Well, it's brilliant value. No, it's not very good value, to say the least. We have a mad national health scheme here in Britain, the NHS. They call Britain a health system with a country attached. 40% of our national economy, our national revenue, goes to our health service, and it's an absolute basket case. absolutely useless. It's got 3,500 middle managers who earn £100,000 or more. Some of them earning like £700,000 a year. Nobody even knows what they do. They're not doctors, they're not medically qualified. And it's really, really woke. So they've spent £1.4 billion trying to get to net zero. And it's insane. Nobody knows how they're even going about this. They've completely...
Well, one is environmentally friendly medication. So, do you know what I mean? If your body, God forbid, is just full of cancer or something, you're like, don't worry, I know that you're about to shuffle off this mortal coil. You want to walk your daughter down the aisle for her wedding, but we're going to try some experimental, environmentally friendly, net zero drugs on you. Yeah. Good luck with that.
It won't save you, but it will save the planet. Right, we better go to a bad ad.
Are you tired of taking your dog for a walk and picking up after their mess? Are you tired of using grocery bags or products that are heavy and not useful? It can get very messy when your pet goes in the house or on the sidewalk or even your neighbor's lawn. We have the answer for you. Introducing Poo Trap, an amazing new innovation that eliminates the need of picking up after your dog. Poo Trap is a unique new product that fits any size dog without any hassles, and your pets will love it too.
Did I get that right? That you have to stick a plastic bag on the back of your dog's backside? That is it.
That is
ridiculous.
This is not a drill.
That won't work. That just won't work. But I will buy one just to see. I wonder what my dog will think
They've got
about
another version for older relatives, by the way. Tremendous invention.
But if you put that on my dog, he would attack you. Mind you, he attacks you for any old reason. But there you go. Let's go to a real break. Ladies first. Mark?
OK, well, listen, thank you for that. Mark Dolan is an idiot. This is my manager again. Thank you so much. How are you, Steve?
I didn't. Not Mrs. Dolan's messages.
Harry never deserved any punishment, but his father and brother are going to see the lack of respect for the two of them around the world for the way they treated Harry and Meghan. It was done in plain sight. I'd like to know what medication. This person's on environmentally friendly medication.
Environmentally friendly medicine, yeah.
Mark Dolan can be annoying, especially when he says Harry should be forgiven and Meghan...
One at a time. One at a time.
Break it up a bit.
One at a time. You've never watched this show, have you? Samara.
Doreen says, Samara, read the history of January the 6th. Either you have an agenda or you haven't seen the facts. This is a pretty egregious show of events here. I'm confused. Are you on the fence about January the 6th or what? I mean...
What are they saying?
I don't know. I just kind of saw the videos and was a bit...
We're on Trump's side.
Yeah, we're on Trump's side of this.
He's been defamed.
I saw him hold up the Bible.
Well, this is the problem with the BBC, right, which is... But they've got Trump derangement syndrome right, within the whole organisation. But the truth is that why are they so afraid of the facts? Because, some people might argue and put together a case that Donald Trump incited this or that. Why do you have to fake it? Because then you lose the moral high ground.
Yeah. I think there should be a sort of name of a condition called, fear of the facts, phobia of the facts.
Yes.
Most journalists suffer from it. You were reading your second message. So go back
I couldn't wait because I was so excited by it. And it's from Rosa. Hello, Rosa. Thank you so much for watching the show. Mark Dolan can be annoying, especially when he says Harry should be forgiven and Meghan's one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Say that.
No, not on my watch. He'll then contradict himself, be anti-H&M. He likes to get people going, thinking viewers enjoy it. I don't, says Rosa. Rosa's not happy at all.
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. I'm with you, Rosa, on that one. Samara?
Anne C says, as far as Markle's acting in Suits, there was 134 episodes. From memory, 60 minutes each. Total, therefore, 134 hours. Markle's screen time in this series was a total of 2 hours and 18 minutes, which apparently amounts for 13% of the total episodes. Oh, gosh, this woman's done the maths. She's obviously not the star of the show. Yeah, you're right, Anne. She basically got her Soho House membership and then sort of flew off to London to try and basically get a Brit.
I mean, her acting is not so much wooden as equivalent to the petrified forest. I mean, man, she's bad. Man, she's bad. She in this new film that Jeff Bezos so far is paying for, called Close Personal Friends, she plays herself. She's probably not even doing that very well. Go on, Mike, you got another one?
I doubt it. Yeah, let's. Oh, look, Kevin, I love your sense of humour. Of course, the fake one could never upstage HRH Prince William. Keep up the good work, Team Kevin.
Thank you very much. Who's that again, Mark?
That was Annabelle.
Annabelle. Thank you very much, Annabelle. Keep them coming. I could do with all the praise. I could do with all the fans I could get, because at the moment I've only got one fan. And it's Samara Gill.
Marjorie
Actually, I'm lying. She's no fan of mine. Go on.
Marjorie Jones is living in a different decade. She says the BBC should be sued for fraud. Canada too. They've sliced and diced President Reagan's speech. Reagan isn't the president at the moment, Marjorie.
Wishful thinking. Wishful thinking.
President Reagan. Well,
throwback.
Well, anyway, we get the point. We get the point. I'll tell you what. I'm going to make one quick promise. I'm going to get. We keep saying a Canadian flag. I want to get a Latvian flag as well. So we're going to get some more flags for next week. I keep saying that. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. It is time now for our final bad ad.
Going to the bathroom in the middle of the night can really trip you up. Ladies hate when he goes with the seat down. He leaves the light off, but misses, makes a mess, and that could ruin everyone's night. What you need is Bullbright, the nightlight for your toilet bowl, so you're in control. Bullbright is perfect for the master bath, kids bath, any bathroom in the house.
I bought one for my mom and dad, and as soon as I saw how well it works, I bought 3 for me.
I've got an idea that would save you buying the, what is it called, the Bogbright. Put the light on, switch the light on, try that. And on that light switching on bombshell, that's the end of the show. A big thanks, wasn't he great, the debutante Mark Dolan? Thank you very much, old boy.
Thank you, Kev.
Thank you, of course, to the wonderful Samara Gill. But most of all,